What's good, y'all? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, aka Petey Mac. Man, get on up here, pull you up one, light you up one, kick your shoes off, relax, baby. You around family, we on the porch. It's Pete McCorvey's Porch Talk. Let's do this. What's good, fam? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, aka Petey Mac. Welcome back to the porch once again. Week's been pretty good, man. I actually got a 4-day weekend. So I had yesterday off, got to relax and actually sleep. I got to catch up on some sleep, and it was beautiful because it was raining outside. And you know how black folks are when it's raining, man. So I got some of the best sleep. That's why I honestly say when it comes to black people and rain, that's a perfect match. That's why I say I don't believe that Jesus was black, because everybody say they believe Jesus was black. I said no, because Jesus woke up in the middle of a storm to calm the sea. Now, ain't no brother I know finna wake up from getting what can give him good sleep to calm the sea. And we all know there's two things that you do when it's raining. One of them is sleeping, and the other one is, you know, how a lot of us probably got it. And Jesus was a pure man, so we know he wasn't doing the second option. More great music got released this past week. On Tuesday, Ellie Dollar Sign, I've been calling this man Les, charge it to my head, not my heart, brother, because you make great music. This man released a new album. He's called it $1 Million Dreams. Beautiful. Like, he got a bunch of like old school samples on there. The lead track, like the first track is in there, it's called Summertime Ready, which is perfect for us coming up on summer. And he had the OG Slim Thug on there, and then the other song that he had that I really love on there, that's Free Game, and he samples the Warren G I Want It All beat, which, if y'all know, that was a sample of the Borders. I Like It. Man, it was very, very good album. I ran it back right before I started this episode, y'all. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be listening to that. Oh, and he also did something else. He put the actual title on the album cover. I don't know if brother somehow got a hold of one of my episodes and me saying that is a pet peeve of mine that artists is doing, but he did it and I love it. I'm gonna get the album a 10 for 10, man. Straight bangers. It's like Christian Laettner when he played against Kentucky in 1992. No misses. And speaking of the Duke Blue Devils, they still rolling on. They end up beating Arizona to advance to the Elite Eight. So here we go. Let's keep rolling. Blue Devils, I think we got it this year. Jay Shine, you picked up the torch that Coach K put down. I think he did the wise thing by hiring you, man, because you keeping the Duke Blue Devil legacy going. Big ups to you, brother. Big ups to Cooper Flag and the rest of the crew. Just keep getting it up. But there also is some shockers coming out of the NCAA tournament. The defending national champs, UConn Huskies, are out of contention. They got eliminated. So that was the only people I actually saw, you know, that gave Duke a run for their money, or would have probably stopped them from getting the night title. But they're out of the tournament. I don't know what to say, but like I said, that's March Madness. Any given night, anybody can lose. So but that's a big blow. I mean, I think that messed up a lot of people's bracket. But other than that, there ain't really been no big bracket busters that's going on. So that's why I love this time of year. Basketball played at its highest level. And also, speaking of that, I had a book that came in. And I'm glad it came in, man, because I was wondering if it was going to get in time for the tournament, but we going to the Elite Eight. That's when the tournament really starting to get intense. And it's a book by Sports Illustrated called The College Basketball Book. You know, it has a bunch of beautiful pictures taken from college basketball throughout the years. I'm talking about like ever since college basketball was in its conception. I'm talking about like stuff back from the 30s, 40s, all the way up until like whenever the book came out, which I think came out in like the 2000 teens, because you don't really see anything from the 2020s. But I'm loving this book. It's got a couple stories in there that either I knew about and forgot, or just some facts in there I wasn't really aware of. Like, for instance, didn't know that George Karl played at North Carolina. George Karl, y'all know him. He was a coach for the Seattle Supersonics. Yeah, he played at North Carolina. Well, that makes sense. I mean, because he learned from under Dean Smith. So that definitely that definitely lets us know where he learned what great coaching is. Also on the sports, yesterday was opening day for Major League Baseball, and I didn't know this. I didn't know that every team, both the National and the American League, plays on opening day. I mean, I thought it was just you have some do this and then some play, but yeah, it was opening day for baseball, which used to be America's pastime. So now it's the start of the longest, most boringest sports season of them all. Because unless you at the park watching the game, baseball is a hella boring sport. I don't know how my dad used to watch it all the time on TV. I don't even know how a lot of our dads and uncles and grandfathers watch it, because like it is like, if you want to go to sleep, you want to take a nap in the middle of the day, put on a baseball game. Now, a couple of seasons ago, I believe it was 2023, because that's when I went to Petco Park in San Diego to see the Braves play the Padres. They got a pitch clock now, and I think it's like 25 seconds. So now it's no more the pitcher holding the ball, looking around, checking down on first, just looking around, waving off the catcher, picking his nose, tying his shoes. That man got 25 seconds to come off that ball, release that ball, and either you throw a strike, you throw a walk, or the batter knock your shit out the park. But I'm glad they instituted that, and I want to see what my two teams can do, because I do have two teams, and yes, they are both in the same league. They both in the National League. I want to see what's going on with my number one team. Like, if I had to pick just one, I want to see what my Braves going to do, because I don't want them to let me down, because they seem to do this all the time. They look good, winning, hitting well, pitching well, but then they get to the playoffs and drop the ball, just like they did in, I think it was 2023. If it wasn't 2023, it was definitely 2022. They were the first team in both leagues to win 100 games. Lost in the damn wild card. But that's one thing I'm going to say. The Atlanta Braves, they going to Atlanta Braves every time. And hopefully, let's see if the Dodgers, I like the Dodgers because I like LA. I like a lot of things LA. And just be honest, the Dodgers cap, that's how I kind of cap. It's like right up there with the Yankees cap. But the LA hat is I kind of got, whether you get it blue or whether you get it black. Now, if you get it red, we all know what's going on in LA. So what's understood don't need to be said. If you got it red, you kind of on the hood. But like the original hat, the royal blue hat, or a black LA Dodgers hat, it's just a fashion staple. Hopefully they'll repeat, because they got the man Freddie Freeman, who everybody says it wasn't the Braves front office fault for letting him go. It was his agent who screwed up that deal, and the Dodgers were able to pick him up. Either way, I think the Braves are at fault, because y'all should have fought hard. Y'all should have did something. You should have gave the man damn near whatever he wanted. You should have gave him the keys to Atlanta. Hey, you should have let him become the mayor of Atlanta, because shit, he did a hell of a lot better than what Keisha Lance Bottom was doing. At least he brought something great to Atlanta in 2021 with the World Series ring. But yeah, they not getting him back. I mean, I knew that he ain't going nowhere, to be honest with you. I mean, the man that just won a World Series in LA. Come to find out, when I looked him up, he's from Orange County, which is considered the suburbs of LA. So the man is back home. He's back home. He basically did the dream that every little boy that plays baseball have. You come home, play for your home team, your favorite team, and you win a World Series. Like, how many of us have been in our backyard, we either pretending we pitching or pretending we hitting, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, game 7 of the World Series, score is tied, and we knock it out the park and we win the World Series. For, if you're from Atlanta, the Braves. You're from Chicago, either the White Sox or the Cubs. You're from Boston, the Red Sox. You're from New York, either the Yankees or the Mets. You're from Miami, the Marlins. You're from Texas, the Rangers. You're from Kansas City, the Royals, and so on and so forth. We all had, wherever we're from, we've had that image, that last pitch of the World Series, game 7. We knock it out the park. We the hero. We win. So, baseball is here in the major way. Speaking of baseball, I should have put this in there with the music. Russell has just released a song called Nothing Like It, which is the San Francisco Giants theme song. I'm going to say this. I may have said on the last episode, I'm going to say it again because I'm talking about opening day. The Giants better have that playing at every home game. If that ain't what they playing in the beginning, right before they about to get the game start, after they sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the 7th inning stretch, that needs to play. Because that was just one of the most wholesome songs that you can have for a baseball team. I'm not, as y'all know, like I said, I'm primarily a Braves fan. But I can't hate that song. I've ran that song back. That song at least went gold in my car. So definitely, San Francisco Giants, y'all need to holler at Lil Russell, make a deal, and see what's going on with that. Speaking of making a deal, I just found out something that, oh boy, just disturbed me. So apparently Netflix is now going to have the Balloon Pop show. You know, y'all seen Facebook, Instagram, where they had people pop balloons, telling them why they don't like a dating show. Excuse me. It's now going to be on Netflix. And it's going to be hosted by Yvonne. I don't want to butcher this lady's name. I'm just going to say that she's the lady that played Molly on HBO's Insecure with Issa Rae. She's going to be hosting that. Now, a lot of people are up in arms about it. One, I'm tired of that show. I think that show is a slap in the face to not just, dating and mating as a whole, just to society. Especially, let's keep it a buck. Especially the black side, that show is a slap in the damn face. But, and I'm also mad because a lot of people got up in arms with, well, why did they get her? Why didn't they get the original host? I'm not going to say that lady's name because I know I'm going to butcher it. They said, why they didn't get her? Oh, they forcing her. And I said, no, she better be the executive producer of this show. Which I then found out she is the executive producer of the show, her and her husband. Which I didn't even know the lady was married. So big ups on her, which is also kind of got me raising the eyebrow, like, you're married, but why are you subjecting people to this type of shit? But anyway, the woman found a niche. She getting her coins. I'm never gonna hate on nobody getting her coins, but y'all said, yeah, this woman better be an executive producer. I mean, she's still gonna get money behind it, because I wouldn't have liked that they took her idea, ran with it, and this lady don't get nothing. So I'm glad she at least getting money on that idiotic shit. But hey, there's a lot of stuff out here idiotic that's making money and thriving. Shit, you can see all the music being pushed. Oh, and speaking of music, while we're on it, ooh, my Mexican fam, I know y'all happy. Well, some of y'all happy, some of y'all mad. So, you ever seen the movie Selena or heard of the singer, the Tejano singer, Selena Quintanilla Perez, who was played in the iconic 1997 biopic by my wife and my mind, Jennifer Lopez? The lady who murdered her back in 1995, Yolanda Saldivar, got denied parole. Now, first of all, I want to say this. A lot of us ain't shit. It's been mainly black folks basically saying they're like, good, she can bitty bum her ass back to her cell. Boy, y'all ain't, you know you can't go to heaven like that. It's funny, but don't be ugly. Don't be ugly. A lot of people are happy they saying she don't deserve to get out, which she don't. But I'm going to say this. And a lot of Mexican people I know are mad about this. That parole board low-key saved that woman's life. Because I've got Mexican friends who have been tracking this for like the last 10, 15 years. They've been itching for her to get out. If she would have got out, they was going to have to release that woman on the cover of night and had to be real clandestine with it. Because I guaranteed you, that woman would end up the same way that Alpo, who is if you know the story Paid in Full, that's the real Rico from that story. And Rayful Edmonds would end up, she wasn't gonna last that long out of jail. She wasn't. So they low-key saved this woman's life. Cause like I said, I've known Mexican folks, they like, yeah, she supposed to be getting out, March 2025, they doing that. And I'm talking about this shit was like, I had people saying this since like 2012, 2013, especially when I got in the Navy, because you been in the Navy, you meet all kind of people from all around the world. A lot of friends of mine are Mexicans. Like, especially one person that come to mind is my boy Tony. Like my boy Tony from Houston. Like I said, if you talk to Tony on the phone, you think Tony's a brother. So I ain't even think he like even listen to that type of music. But then again, I had to think Selena is from Texas and she put on big from Texas. So I remember a couple years ago, he was talking about, yeah, they go, they think about letting that bitch walk in 2025, and I was like, yeah, they better not. So the Texas Department of Corrections, good on y'all for two reasons. Because one, that woman murdered that poor woman in cold blood, and two, y'all saved a life. Y'all really saved a life, So even from beyond the grave, Selena, people's doing for you, because people will do anything for Selena's. Continue to rest, madam. Now we're on to talking about TV. We're going to talk about two of my favorite shows. Raising Canaan. We back with episode 4. Like I said, Patina Miller continues to do great acting on this show. Give this woman an Emmy, an Image Award, something. She's doing great acting. So, like, last week's episode ended with Kanan's grandmother, Marv, Lou, and Rock's mother revealing she had cancer spread through her body as terminal. So we come back, start the episode. Rock really sits down and have a heart-to-heart with her, and the mother revealed, she was like, your father died, I didn't know nothing. I was a woman stuck with 3 babies. And Rock just told us that we didn't just need somebody perfect, we just needed you. We just need a mama. You ain't had to be perfect. And they had a little talk, kind of similar to, if you ever seen the Mac, when Golden, his brother, was talking, I guess it was at a park, and Golden told his brother, he said, for all them years I was in there, you never sent me a dime or letting his brother, like, I was trying to create something on the outside to stop the system from fucking with you, but you so damn brainwashed. And then Golden told him, said, I just wanted to see you, man. Basically, so that was what that was reminiscent of. Like, if they would have had Brothers Gonna Work It Out by Willie Hutch and playing in the background, it would have been beautiful. Marv, he stepped up. I love Marv. Marv stepped up this episode. I'm gonna jump around about what happened in the episode. Marv stepped up. So last couple episodes, Jukebox has been, she found a gay club and she's been going to the gay club. So the lady she met the first time going to the gay club, they're in there, they vibe, having a good time. They come out, and the lady, I guess she's still closeted because her husband comes find her. He grabs up, and then in the process of grabbing her, he kind of shoves Jukebox down to the ground, calling her, get a bruise on the head and bust a lip. So Jukebox goes back home, and Marv sees her face like, what happened to you? And he's like, somebody put hands on you, and then she didn't say that, but Marv went from like looking concerned to like looking like, nah, it's time to go into beast mode. Like he became daddy real quick. Like shout out to London Brown on his acting, because I never would have thought, seeing his stand up online and seeing the character he played in Ballers, I never would have thought this man would act like this. Big shout out to him too. He deserved something as well. So doing that, Marv goes over to the house to quote unquote, straighten the man out. And he tried to take his pistol up there with him. Duke like, no, don't take it up there. I don't want nothing to happen, or whoop the whoop. And I'm out here by myself. I don't know this area. So Marv was like, it's not going to take me that long. So I guess they show Marv going there. He like, well, he giving it to that man. I'm telling you, he giving that man the blues. The dude, I'm not going to lie, the dude fought back a little bit. And they started hitting. But Marv got the upper hand. Marv turns around. He's about to leave. Man pulls out a knife, big ass knife. Slices the knife. I'm gonna describe the knife. Anybody remember seeing Sunset Park? Y'all remember the knife that Spaceman pulled out? He about to kill his science teacher, Mr. Bernstein. That's the knife that old boy pulled out. So man slices Marvin with it, get him down on the ground. Look like he's about to make a plunge it into his chest to give him the death blow. And then finally Jukebox comes out with the gun, get him up out of here. And we looking, and when they driving away, we look and see this is what Jukebox becomes Jukebox. I'm like, okay, this is who she became. This is what made her become who we saw in the OG Power series. Because at first I thought that she became that, like y'all remember a couple seasons ago when her and Marv got into it and Marv choked her. I said, nah, you think you a man, but you really still a woman. And then she kind of got up, she had that look on her face, and you think like something snapped. No, I thought that's when she like turned the switch and became, no, she is who she is now. You saw that look in her face in the car. That's the juke. Now she the Jukebox that we know, and I can't say love because I hated her damn character on the original Power. And that's a testament to Anika Nani Rose, who played her. Y'all know her as the voice of Tiana, and y'all know her from Dreamgirls. But yeah, that's when she become. And Marv, I thought that the death, him killing Stefano's bookie in Corona was gonna be his downfall. Nah, I don't think it is. I think him introducing Early, if y'all know who Early is, that's the mechanic that's also working with Unique, who's still on the warpath and knocking everything that Rock and Kanan got going. He just knocking them down like bowling pins. He is now who Marv introduced to Stefano as his connect. I mean, not connect, excuse me, as he was going to take over the book. And Stefano looked at Marv and said, okay, you're vouching for him, that's very serious. Like, so if anything happened, you know who I'm going to look for, you know who I'm going to blame. Which is in, y'all seen movie Mafia Turn. That means if he mess up, you forget about it. You know what forget about it mean? You out of here. Like E40 said in The Art of Storytelling, you'll be no longer. He's no longer. So I thinking this is about to be, I think Early, which is the character's name, who's played by comedian Chris Red, that y'all know from SNL, think he's going to end up playing a huge role in what happens to Marvin. Because like I said, after I saw Marvin last week with Gerald, his friend from Anger Management Class daughter, I'm like, oh yeah, they showing us all this, Marvin finna go. And I think this is still playing in the Marvin going. Lou's still working with B-Rilla. I'm sorry, B-Rilla, that man music that ain't it. I don't know if the guy is a real rapper that they got playing. I don't know if that brother is just trying to do this to create the 90s type of flow, and it just ain't hitting. But Marv is finna look like he's finna fall in love again. Not Marv, excuse me. Lou looks like he's finna fall in love again because they introduced the lady who's like over like I guess promoting and marketing. Her name is Imani Okoye, And for some reason, we always know if Lou is in a booth, a woman come in there, introduce herself, and go against him, they gonna hook up. So he's gonna hook up with her. I hope he deal with it better than he dealt with Fame's sister. But I felt Lou, because, you know, once you had that little taste of salsa in your life, once you can't get it no more. Yeah, boy, but it's a hard thing to shake, Lou. But the last thing is, like I said, Kanan's still trapping out of his apartment. He trapping out of his new apartment they bought. He didn't learn anything from Unique robbing him at the end, and Chris was kind of reminding him, like, this is why I told you to get this, because of what happened. But the thing that really got me about that whole little part is that Crystal and Jukebox, they like reconcile, because Crystal like, you my man's cousin, he love you, so I gotta care about you. She said, when we was in butter and I did what I did, that was my way out of a fucked up situation at home. And then, so Jukebox, we all need a cousin like Jukebox. Jukebox caught what she's saying. She's like, so Kanan is your alternative out of that? She's like, no, I really fuck with Kanan and all that. So I'm not trusting Crystal. And like I said, big shout out to Jukebox. Jukebox like, okay, if that's your way out, so what you think my cousin is too? Like, hold up, I'm on to you. So yeah, it's something about Crystal I just still really don't trust. But love this episode. Looking forward to next week. Now, on to this week's episode of The Rookie. Boy. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really feeling it. I'm like, oh, this is a filler episode, because it pretty much was like the plot of the movie from the 90s, Speed, which is what the actual episode title was, Speed, because Selena and Nolan, they having plain clothes day. They go, it's bus ride day, so they were plain clothesmen on undercover on a bus. Guy comes in, has a bomb in his chest, threat to detonate it and all that, and I'm like, oh my god, this ain't nothing but the fucking movie Speed. You know, even with Bailey some way finding out how to insert herself onto the bus because somebody that got hurt, they wanted a doctor, like, well, we can't get a doctor on there, and then Nolan was like, well, I got this big thing, because y'all know she is a firefighter, which firefighters in LA, they're also EMTs. They got her on the bus, helped the man out. They was able to subdue him. You know how it is. They was able to subdue the guy. One of the ladies on there was pregnant. Or so we thought. Come to find out, she is working for, wait for it, Rosalind. Y'all remember Rosalind? That's the redhead. And a lot of people got mad. Oh my God, I'm so tired of this storyline. I wish she would go. I'm like, she ain't dead. And then she just got away at the end of last season. You knew they was going to bring her back. So that was the saving grace for this episode for me, because like they brought Rosalind back. That was a great way, because I was sitting there watching the episode. I watched it like 2 or 3 times, and I was just like, this ain't. Then when I said, oh snap, the first time, I'm not gonna lie, I watched it and I missed Rosalind altogether. I said, no, I need to go back before I talk about it and see. And sure enough, Rosalind pops up, and I was like, oh my God, here we go. Now it's starting to get juice. But I was also, what was getting me is, where's that boy Seth? You know, the pathological lie that they find. Where is he playing? Because he coming back. I know he coming back. But, yo, Rookie, y'all had me at first, because I was ready to write this episode off. But when y'all introduced Rosalind at the end, that's what saved it. Y'all was like a plain old hot dog that you just get, you know, at the corner store. Or like at Quick Trip, you go to Quick Trip, just get a plain old hot dog. Yeah, it ain't all that by itself. But once you put that chili on it, and once you put all the other stuff on it, and if you drunk, yeah, so y'all pretty much, that shit at the end was us being drunk, going to Quick Trip for a hot dog and putting chili and stuff on there. That's what really saved that episode. I'm about to get up out of here, but before I get out of here, I want to talk about something. So I had a conversation last week at work with a fellow black coworker of mine, and I said something about my hair looking nappy or something. Cause my hair, I left the gym, it was kind of matched. Like, no, don't say that. There's no such thing as nappy hair. All black hair is beautiful. Like, okay, black people, let me tell you something. We're not finna do this with hair. Everybody hair don't look good, and you don't take care of it. Now, all of our hair is beautiful if we take care of it. For instance, if you're going natural, You gotta put products in. You gotta pick it out. You gotta, fluff it. You gotta, like hot comb it, flat iron, something like that. You gotta steam it, do something. You gotta blow it out, something. You can't just wake up and not do nothing to it. Cause I've got a couple of friends, love them to death. But one thing, especially black women, one thing I cannot stand is a sister who don't take care of her hair. Like you just wake up and just have your hair looking off, but you got to do something to it. That's why I miss. Y'all remember them little wrap caps they used to have? They was mesh and had the little Velcro to keep it in place, and you used to get them in all the colors. Like some would be pink and red, and then a chick would be real, classy, cause she'll match like her little terry cloth gym shorts with a flip flop. Yeah, we need to bring them back, cause like that was showing sisters take care of hair. But like, no, just saying that like no, like if you a brother and you got waves, put that do rag on there. Make sure you take it off so we don't see that little indent, because boy, ain't nothing worse than you running late. You take that off, you got that indent when you going to work and whatnot. That's why I was always trying to figure out. When Barack was president, I was like, I used to watch all these pieces closely, because I'm like, I know he probably didn't nap before this and all that, because I could tell Barack probably wore a do-rag or wave cap or something. And I was always trying to see if I can maybe catch that indent on his head. Never could. That brother was smooth in more ways than one. But like you got an afro, you gonna have to hit it with that pick. Or if you doing the curly thing, you have to put that sponge to it. We can't keep saying look here, black folks, everything about us for real ain't beautiful. Not if we don't give it some care. Like saying all I have, no, it's not if we ain't doing nothing to it. You can't just wake up your hair matted, or your hair just out there looking like Don King, ringside. We can't do like that. Like, we ain't gonna do that. We have to take care. We can't pride everything we do just because it's for our culture. Some shit we gonna have to be like for instance, like I told her, I said, no, I would never tell you your hair is napping in front of like the other side. But the other side of that, I ain't gonna say that screaming that I like it. One thing I don't like black folks who try to embarrass other black folks in front of white people. That's like, you know what? Fuck you if you do that. If you one of them people. And I've known people that do that. And I've actually told some people like that, like, you full of shit for doing that. But pull them to the side and be like, hey, bro, man, you might want to go hit that with the brush, or bro, you got a pick, man. You might want to go pick that, go to the store, go get a pick or something like that. But I ain't even just sit there and let you think you walk around looking good and your hair's looking like my cousin Gabe would say, scatter sheep shit scattered around the country church. No, we got to police ourselves, and we can't praise everything that we do. Because all of us hair don't look good. And to be honest with you, all of us don't have good hair. And I ain't talking about the hair that's textured like white folks, and I ain't saying bad hair is 4C. But some of us got some terrible hair. We don't take care of it. We done put too much shit in there, and it's frizzled, they're thin, it's spread. All of us do not have good hair. Cause I'm gonna tell you something, ain't nothing wrong with a fro on a woman. I just need to be long. I don't need to have no fade. And this is my preference, because I know some women who pretty with fades. I just don't like fades, because I like to. Your waves can't be popping more than mine. So that's it. I'm petty. You can't. Your waves can't be popping, because one thing about a sister, she gonna do something. She gonna do it to perfection. So her waves gonna be swimming. It's gonna be not pond water. It's gonna be like in the middle of Pacific Ocean waves. And then you borrow my do-rag. I'm waking up, baby, with my do-rag. Baby, I had a presentation at work. I'm sorry. So now I got to go to work, hair looking like shit because you had a presentation. So, yeah. But no, we like I said, some of us got nappy hair. And it's nappy because we didn't take care of it. It's not nappy because of the texture of it. No. It's nappy because you don't take care of it, the shit's nappy. And I'm going to stand on that. 10 toes down. So comb your hair, sponge it, put a flat iron on it, spray the damn Cantu, cocoa butter, shea butter, whatever the fuck you put in your head. Spray that, or put if you put shit. And then for the little girls, give them the Just For Me. The Just For Me products, not the creamy crack Just For Me though, but the stuff that like the little spray or something, or that little stuff they smell like candy. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember your mama used to put that in your sister's hair and all that? I remember my sister used to have it, and I used to just smell it or something. My dumb ass tried to taste it one time, like, this ain't candy, which might explain why I'm ignorant today. Yeah. But one thing I will say, we need to do, we talking about all, and I said, everybody can have all kind of hair they want, but all y'all don't need to have them baby hairs. That's what we need to be on, all that baby hairs. 55 years old, you got baby hair. Man, you don't get your, man, you know what I'm doing, man, before I go on a tangent, man. That been my time, man. Y'all want to holler at me, y'all find me on Facebook. Y'all see the name, how it's spelled. You find me on Instagram, PETYMAC10, PDMac10. Or you can find me on TikTok, PDMac89. Spelled the same way as Instagram. Just drop the 1 and the 0, put the 8 and the 9. Until next week, y'all be cool, stay calm, and get paid. Peace.